We're here to give you the FMCSA rules, regulations, trucker industry topics, and today is a very interesting one. I'm going to put down the links to this FreightWaves article right here, but basically the FMCSA wrote a letter to report to Congress that it doesn't have enough data to help solve the double brokeraging fraud problem in America for truck drivers. So this whole time, now they're coming out saying that they just don't have enough data. They're saying that the only thing that they can see that has a comparison is that the brokers with brick and mortars usually fraud less, and the ones that don't have brick and mortars, which is actual business places, then they actually fraud more. So that's all they got that. And the second part they're saying is they don't actually have the power to do anything. And, we talked about this Chevron doctrine. So that was overruled. So they're saying they don't have the power to do anything, and they have to wait for the Department of Justice to do everything. So it's out of their hands and out of their jurisdiction. The only thing that they can do at this current moment is just bring awareness to what something like a double brokerage incident would look like. Mutha Truckers, let's get into this video. What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucker News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. We always try to give you all the news, regulations, rules, and everything that the trucking industry, especially DOT and FMCSA, is doing. Now, after hearing this news right here, this is very disheartening, right? It says here, and I'll put the link down below. This is an article by FreightWaves covering this as well. It says FMCSA says it has too little data to assess double brokering fraud. You heard me right. The FMCSA has not been working with how to figure out double brokering because they say they have very little data to this. I will be the first to send all this information to the head of FMCSA, and so they have a clarification of what to do. Mutha Truckers, if FMCSA says they have little data and they don't know what to do, comment down below. What are your thoughts? What can they do? Because I'm telling you this, it's easy. Work with the load boards, work with the carriers, and work with the brokers, and see that there are so many fraudulent people on these load boards, and so many fraudulent people that are able to get their MNC numbers from different countries. And there's a couple of them where if you look up their MC number, it keeps on changing, but their name stays the same. I mean, there are so many things that you can do to actually assess double brokering fraud. But FMCSA sends a letter to Congress saying that they have low data on this. So it says here, report to Congress also highlights agencies struggle to penalize illegal brokers. Federal regulators have told Congress that the administration is struggling to get a handle on broker fraud due to a lack of data as well as jurisdictional issues. In a unlawful brokerage activities report sent to Congress last week, the FMCSA administration confirmed that it continues to assess the relationship between motor carrier safety and unlawful brokerage incidents. Well, while the agency has received multiple expressions of concerns from stakeholders regarding fraud related to double brokering, end quote, it lacks data to quantify or confirm a safety impact, the FMCSA report states. That the agency does acknowledge an association between motor carrier poor safety performance and carriers that lack a verifiable brick and mortar principal place of business, and the agency has also received comments and other information asserting that use of virtual PPOB is more common among entities that engage in unauthorized brokerages. So, if truck drivers and carriers have to have equipment, should brokers have to have an actual place of doing business, right? Because from their data that they're saying that the brokerages that don't have a brick and mortar, well, guess what? They're the ones that are scamming people because a lot of them, the entry is so easy that it makes it easy to scam. Because an administration law judge with the U.S. Department of Transportation held in 2019, the FMCSA does not have statutory authority to assess civil penalties for violations by unauthorized brokers. The agency's ability to combat broker fraud generally is significantly limited, FMCSA stated. So the agency must instead defer to the U.S. Department of Justice. So FMCSA says it's planning additional efforts to raise awareness of unlawful brokerage activities involving general freight. Overall, Mutha Truckers, FMCSA is saying that their hands are tied, and because of these situations, they don't have control of it, and they have to wait for the Department of Justice to take control of it. And so they're just saying that there's nothing that they can do. It's out of the jurisdiction. Mutha Truckers, comment down below. What are your thoughts about this?